What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we are going to be reacting to Ty's best power forward tier list. As you guys can evidently see, I am, just you can guess. But yeah, I am exhausted. I am tired, and hopefully I don't have to get angry. Hopefully I don't have to get angry on this tier list. Fingers crossed that I agree with most of this. But before we get on to it, if you guys are new to this channel, subscribe. We're trying to hit 280,000 subscribers. Well, we're trying to hit by the end of the month. We are like 300 off, so it's very, very close. But also go subscribe to Ty. A link to his channel will be in the description. He's getting close to 85,000 subscribers. So, anyway, now let's get on to it. So, I think this is like primary and secondary, if I'm not mistaken. But it's just anyone that he thinks should play a power forward position. So anyway, now let's get on to it.
To my channel and have not yet, please consider smashing that subscribe button as we are on the road to 90,000 subscribers. We're going to start off here with the Diamond Aaron Gordon. Now, Aaron Gordon, I feel like, is one of the most slept-on power forwards.
He's alright. He's probably a B. He's okay.
He's super cheap still to this day. His price might have went up a little bit, but he's still pretty cheap because he was available in triple threat online or triple threat offline, and he was really common. 86 3 ball, 99 driving.
He's fine. He's okay.
Speed, really solid defensively. It's hard to really find that many flaws with Aaron Gordon. And I mean, if you are trying to find a flaw with the card, I mean, maybe it's his speed with ball, but here's the deal. I
can't move.
My coach. So
that's the problem. He can't move.
He would be really good defensively. He should be able to shoot the ball well. Aaron Gordon release on normal timing is not great, but still to this day, if you have Aaron Gordon, he can more than hold it down. Maurice Lucas, guys. I mean, is he objectively F tier? I don't know. I think so.
How's he a Dom reward for swimming F?
I mean, he came out as our domination reward, and this card was literally terrible. There's no ifs, ands, or
buts. Just because he's a Dom reward.
Maurice is awful in 2K. That's all I can sit here and say about it. The dude cannot play in 2K. The card is awful. Diamond AK, I think, is on that Aaron Gordon level. Now, I got an Andre Kirilenko for 3,000 MT yesterday.
AK is better than
But this card for 3,000 MT is an absolute steal. Like, if you're just starting the game and you need a small forward, power forward, this Andre Diamond card is not terrible. Now, obviously, the Pink Diamond is better, and so that's why this price is so cheap. But he is definitely B tier, in my opinion. Pink Diamond AK, if there is an S tier, he is going to be in it.
No question.
Or probably the rest of the year. I mean, base 98 isn't necessarily like a cheesy release, but it's a solid release.
It's fine.
Power forward position, especially
it's fine.
On current gen. You combine that just with his versatility on the defensive end of the court. I think Diamond AK is, in my opinion, one of the most slept on cards in the game. Antoine Jameson up next. Now, the Antoine Jameson thing is tough. I've never been really high on this.
He stinks.
Jameson.
Put him in D.
Antoine has never really been that next level good.
He
for
stinks.
Me. I mean, people liked the card when he came out, but I was just like, okay,
he sucks.
Style, not super fast.
That card is terrible. D tier is correct.
Was not very good. Do think he is a step above Maurice Lucas. The Galaxy Oppo Antoine, I'm going to go into A tier right now. A lot of people might want me to go into S tier, and I think it's really close. The reason I'm going into A tier is
so average, man.
That's what I want to sit here and talk about. I mean,
James is so average.
But what else is he going to do outside of post moves and rebound better than AK? Look at these defensive stats. That's really all I need.
He's so average.
I'm taking AK every day of the week.
Darius Miles is the same guy.
And he might get moved to S tier. I'm not going to complain about it. Pink Diamond A Disney is at, probably the top of B.
No, he's nowhere even close to
Pink Diamond AD for a while.
He's not even close.
The problem is he came out November, December, and January. He came out 3.5 months ago. That's the problem. I mean,
not even close to AK.
Obviously, we've got a better AD in my team, but the Pink Diamond AD can still hold it down. This Anthony Davis card I still do not have on my account. Might be able to pick up soon. We'll see what kind of content we do get this weekend. Obviously, this AD
I agree.
Both S tier. This AD is going to be able to get every badge you want. Obviously, can get these extra Hall of Famers, can get Chef, can get Limitless. This AD is a card that you might see a lot of people running in 250K. I mean, he is that good. It depends what kind of
I reckon
is, how people decide.
Less than 50% the
run.
run
I think
80.
especially on current gen. You're listening, especially on current gen. This Anthony Davis.
I can't speak on current gen, so you could be right.
In my team. Now, if you are on next gen, it's a little tougher to run him at that center position, just kind of because of the mashing meta in my team. Billy Cunningham up next, and I think he's A tier. Now, do I think Billy Cunningham is better than Antoine Jameson? No, I don't.
I do agree.
Do I think Billy Cunningham is on that level? Absolutely. I mean, you got to get with Blake Griffin.
He's not bad either.
The ball, can dunk the ball, can handle the ball, can
just
rebound,
small.
Great defense. He slept on in my team.
Can't play him at the four though.
His name was something else. He would probably, be a little more talked about in the community. I get it. Only 6'6".
Really,
I get it. He is
tiny.
not a perfect card. I'm not trying
he's
to.
He's like a better Calvin now.
The card is going to do a lot for you, and if you use him at that small forward position, especially because it's only 6'6", you're going to have a lot of success with the card. Pink Diamond Blake Griffin came out in the season set. A card that last year Pink Diamond Blake was so incredible. The problem is this year, I mean, it's just too late to give us a Blake Griffin like this. Like last year, this card earlier on in the year would have been incredible. It's just too late, man. Still gonna have a Blake Griffin release. Still be able to stretch the floor really well. It's just
right. Guys, 100% of the money that card is B tier.
Struggle. Maybe we'll get a Blake before 250K that can run that power forward position because of his release being so smooth. I might consider running the card. This Blake
no one's running Blake at 250 this year.
Can't put it. Bob Pettit. I mean, I'm sorry for anybody that listens to DBG talk and hype up.
Hey,
this card is a bona fide scrub.
He's better than Amare. He's a lot better than Amare Stoudemire. Hey. He isn't very good. He's D tier, but my God, don't put him with Amari.
The card, this Blake just is not.
He was also a day one card. He's better than Amari.
Put it. Bob Pettit, I mean, I'm sorry for anybody that listened to
So
DBG
good for this
talk
time.
and
So
hype
good
up
week
Bob
1.
Pettit. This card is a bona fide scrub. He's been a bona fide scrub since the day he came out.
No, he
has
isn't.
a 49 lateral quickness.
That's stupid. Like, what are you talking about, Ty? Since the day he came out, the dude came out day 1 in the game, was the best, was the only stretch in the game. He was the only stretch that could like consistently shoot the ball, other than Serge Ibaka, and he was better than Serge Ibaka. Like, come on, what? Listen to yourself. From about November onwards, yeah, I agree, he was not good. From halfway through season 2 onwards, he wasn't particularly good. But come on, man, come on, you're just saying anything now. He was arguably the best big in the game day 1.
Set shot 14, which is very mid. Fundamental dribble style.
Set shot 14 is not mid. It's so easy. It's one of the easiest releases in the game to green. Come on, you're just saying anything.
Seriously, were we seriously ever hyping up this Bob Pettit card when on day 1 we had better cards? I mean, guys,
Who? You're just going better cards. Who? At center. Who?
you guys gotta realize on day 1 of my team, we had better cards than that Bob Pettit. We had
But who?
Freddie Brown. We had
Freddie Brown's a point guard. What are you saying? You're just saying anything.
Draymond Green. We had
Draymond. I got Draymond. Draymond was not better than Pettit. Draymond was not better. Draymond today is better than Pettit today because we have a load of fast centers. We didn't have any fast centers dribbling the ball day 1. So Bob Pettit's lack of lateral quickness did not matter on day 1. People weren't switching everything. Like, it did not matter. He was the popper, and he was the only legit popper in the game.
so many better cards than Bob Pettit. I don't know why.
Like who? Like who? You've only named one, and he wasn't better. You could argue Ibaka, Shaq, if you wanted a big man, and Wilt. That's it. That's it for bigs. That's it. 3. And that's debatable, all 3. For me, Pettit was the best of those 4.
Anyone would hype up this Bob Pettit.
Because he was so good day 1. I'm not hyping up now, but you're just saying anything, Ty.
Card. Next up, Big Boris Diaw. Boris slept on in my team.
Yeah, but he's not as good as...
At some point.
He's not as
I
good
do
as
not feel like Boris Diaw was C tier. Why? I mean, what can the dude not do? He can shoot, he can dunk, he can handle the ball, he can play defense. Again, he's the complete card in my team. Compared Boris Diaw kind of to Aaron Gordon. Yes, Aaron Gordon's going to dunk the ball a little bit better, but they're both just all-around players. And I just kind of want to show you guys with this illustration. I know Aaron Gordon's going to have more total stats, but just look what I'm talking about. I mean,
yeah, but most of them are driving dunk.
Pretty similar. Boris is going to give you some better playmaking. Aaron Gordon's going to give you basically better everything else. I think Boris Diaw is on that same level. Brian Scalabrine, this is our first C-tier card.
He's not bad at all. Scal's fine.
Pretty easily at a clutch time. The card is not horrible. He's going to shoot the ball well, but that's really it.
I mean, he's not good, but like, I mean, if you wanted to use him for the balls, he's actually alright.
No, is that good enough to put him in C tier? I think yes. Now, if you want to argue this Diamond Anton is better than Brian Scalabrine, do what you got to do, but Scout is much better on that defensive end.
Nope, there's no argument.
I don't really care about inside scoring as much as the next person.
No argument.
Calvin Nat, we're going A tier with Calvin. A card, yes, he was available in Triple Threat Online right after Paul.
I don't mind him.
And was he a little bit of a letdown? Maybe, but he still was absolutely immaculate on the defensive end of the court. Jump shot 86. A decent
but like, I think what's his name is better though. I think
really good defender, really good.
If you ask me who's better, Calvin Nat or
I like Calvin Nat. Was never able to get him myself.
Billy's way better.
In my team, if you did get, you probably had some success with. Now, Carlos Boozer. Let's check out the Evo version.
Boozer's so much better than some of these guys beat here.
We're gonna be looking at the Evo version of that. When Carlos Boozer first came out, a guy by the name of DBG. Y'all know DBG
was so chicken.
Boozer the best center in the game. Okay, let's calm down.
I didn't call him the best center.
30 base badges.
I didn't call him the best center in the game. I called him one of the better centers in the game, which I stood by. I used him as my starting center. He's got like 7. If his speed said 80, I could guarantee you Ty would be hyping him up. If his speed said 80 instead of 79, Ty would be hyping him up. He's got post game. He was one of the better shooters. He's absolutely chicken. His playmaking is non-existent, but who the hell cares for a center? He rebounds well, and he's a mediocre. He's a pretty good defender for a center. There is no way you are putting this guy below freaking Boris Diaw. You're putting him below Aaron Gordon. Like, what are we doing?
Carlos Boozer, and if you do, awesome. This card is not on the level of Anthony Davis.
Oh my God, he's so much better than that AD. What are we saying? Like, what? If his speed said 80 instead of 79, I could guarantee you Ty would be hyping this guy up. But it doesn't. It says 79, so he's too slow to use. 80's fine, but this is like freaking 80 pace on a center back in FIFA. If it's 79, people are saying he's too slow. 80's perfectly fine. No, he's better than Blake. He's way better than Blake. Come on.
He's a C-tier card in my team, and I'm sorry if you don't agree with that, but I can't put him in.
He's so much better than Blake.
Stretch big is good, but with what he's got, it really limits how good he is.
I'm just going to say it. Boozer's not higher than B tier, but he's so clearly a B tier. Screw, he's better than Calvin Nat. better. He's just not better, but he's better than Calvin Nat. Like Calvin Nat does not belong in A tier.
Chris Bosh, a guy that might be on my center tier list as well. We have at the power forward tier list because, I mean, you
who's on Bosh at power forward?
79 speed, 77 lateral quickness. Really good shooter. I'm going to be able to hold it down a little bit. Do I think he is the S tier caliber? No.
He's not that much better than...
Basically right with Antoine Jameson. Again, I like him shooting ball, set shot 7, honestly.
He's how is he that much better than Boozer? Like... First of all, Boozer's a better shooter than Bosh. I just want to put that out there. His release is so much better. Boozer's a better shooter. So let's compare. He's better. Not that much better. So, in terms of total badges, obviously you got way more on Bosh. Bosh, 89 better total stats. A lot of them are in ball handle, which does not matter for center. They have the same speed. Boozer is so much stronger than Bosh, which means he's not going to back down as easy. Defensively, Bosh is a tiny bit better. A tiny bit better. Most of the other stats almost the same, except for like passing accuracy. That's where the real difference in these guys are. And then when you're looking shooting, yeah, you've got Deadeye on Bosh. You get goal, you got half range versus goal range. You got half sniper versus goal sniper. You don't even need half sniper because Boozer's going to green more than Bosh. You got playmaking badges on Bosh. Bullet's the problem. Bullet is a problem with Boozer. I will say, like, that is huge. But rebounding wise, they both have half rebound chaser. You got both got goal interceptor. You do get intimidator on Boozer. You get goal brick wall with the much better strength on Boozer as well. Like 2 inches taller on Bosh. Boozer's got a wider wings. Boozer's got a wider player build, shorter wingspan. But like, come on, there's like Bosh is better. Bosh is clearly better. But I mean, there's not two. Like Bosh, you can't have Boozer in C tier and then Bosh as a no-brainer A tier player. That doesn't make sense.
Honestly, isn't even that bad. I just don't think Chris Bosh is that next tier.
He's not. But he's not no-brainer S. He's not no-brainer A tier when you've got Boozer in C.
Good. That's just my opinion on things. Now, Chris Webber.
How is Chris Webber better than Carlos Boozer? What are we doing? What are we doing? Chris Webber is literally just Boozer with a bum release and can't shoot. Can't shoot from deep.
Find ourselves Chris Webber. It went back and forth with many different people. Some were on the side that AD is better. Some were on the side that Chris Webber was better.
Yeah, Boozer's better than both. Webber was better than AD. I agree. Boozer better than both.
Both of these cards were really good. Now, we saw a new Anthony Davis. Will we see a new Chris Webber? Possibly. But by the time we see another Chris Webber, he's going to have to play the power forward position. It's just the way it's going to be. 6'9" at center, especially on next gen. And just isn't going to cut it. His release does take a while to get the hang of. I just want to throw that out there. Like, it does. You're not just going to go out with Chris Webber in game 1 and be able to green shots. But once you do get that release, it is pretty smooth. We get a lot of people at B tier.
How is he better than...
can't get some better players in my team. Cliff Robinson,
Cliff's so
a
good.
Little bit better. Some people might want Cliff Robinson into S tier, and I'm cool with that.
I'm not going to argue it, but I would, but I'm not going to argue.
Robinson. The dude is an all-around player. I mean, especially if you do give him Monty Williams. The 3 goes up to a 92 speed, 91 interior perimeter go up. I mean, the card looks absolutely immaculate. There is one hold up, though, and it's the set shot 3.
I love set shot 3.
I cannot get over set shot
3. I love set shot 3.
It's not even the fact that you shoot a long 2. Like, LeBron shoots long 2s on current gen, and I still run the card. Look, I know I can agree with him. Cool, you want to shoot a long 2? Awesome. I'll lose 2 points. Or I lose a point, but on the other end, he can make up for it. Cliff Robinson's the same way, but this set shot 3 is not even comparable to...
No, it's not. I just green so much with it.
And then I'm not having many higher, but I mean, I have a hard time comparing him to the new A kid.
Oh, I'll give you. He's A tier.
Danny Manning.
Worthless. He sucks.
I mean, for this stage of my team,
he sucked when he came out.
And the crazy part is, I'm about to get Danny Manning because I'm starting to collect cards, but it's just like at this stage, guys, this card is worse than Maurice Lucas. Dennis Rodman, the new Dennis Rodman. Here's the tough part I have, okay? If I go and look at Dennis Rodman's stats, okay? I go and look at Dennis Rodman's stats.
At least 50% of people watching this won't be able to shoot with him. He's A tier.
The lowest stat out of all of these is a 93. And the worst part is you give him Monty Williams.
He's a stupidly good defender.
Speed of a 98, interior perimeter 99, 3-ball up to an 88. There's really no downfall stats or badge-wise that I can send. The only thing I can say is set shot 17. If you can get past that set shot 17, he's an S tier card. I do think he's S tier in my team. I just don't think he...
Yeah, but like for Ty, I agree he's S. So I'm not really going to argue that. Like for guys like Ty, guys like Splash, Rodman might be the best power forward in the game, but there's not like... Look, we like to make it out like the competitive scene is this big thing, but it's a couple of hundred people of the millions of players. There are, let's just say there's 1 million people that play my team, 800,000 of those people will never be able to shoot with Dennis Rodman. So I'd have him A, but I'm not going to argue S, because for Ty, yeah, he is S tier.
He fits me and what I need on the court.
Yeah,
the problem is if you have him on the court, right? If you have him on the court, the defense can kind of just relax a little bit, right? You can bait that set shot 17 shot, and I just hate that. I hate that good players will do that as well. Dirk Nowitzki here, I mean,
so bad. He's worse than Amari.
That the 4,000 card collector is Dirk Nowitzki. This card is terrible, guys. He's better than Amari Stoudemire, so I'll put him up.
I don't even think he is.
Terrible. I mean, I would say Dirk has a potential with fundamental dribble style 7-1. You know, if they give Dirk base 98, maybe. But otherwise, it's just not going to work. Now, this Dolph, Mastoff, they're probably going to be at the same level. I'm putting them at A tier. I do think Dolph is a step above Anthony Davis. If you guys are wondering why, well, Dolph can move a little bit better than Pete.
I agree.
He can move a little bit better, can play him at that power forward position. I like Dolph. Now, if we do see a new Dolph, eventually the perimeter's got to get better. That's really my main complaint about the card. He's chicken, plays good D.
Dolph just hits shots. He's a popper.
He's a hooper in my team. This Sabonis
He's so bad, but get him into the bottom tier.
Is he objectively, is he better than Dirk? Yes. Okay.
He's so bad. He's, you compared the man to
I do not think you're better.
What am I talking? What are you doing? You're comparing Boozer, who's actually, like, Boozer's not spectacular. And, like, that's the worst thing is that, like, I'm not even trying to argue that Boozer's spectacular. Boozer's a B-tier player. But you are comparing Carlos freaking Boozer to that bum Domantas Sabonis. What are we doing?
Than Antoine Jameson. You're going to move down. If I have to move Dirk down, I will.
There we go.
Not in my team. I don't care what everybody else says. 29 base badges, jump shot 10 is despicable. This card is not good. Now, if you do give him the duo, help him out a little bit.
He sinks. No one said he's good.
I would recommend.
No one's ever said that card's good.
Draymond Green, it's tough. It's really tough. I think he's at the upper end of B.
No way. He's better than Billy Cunningham. He's better than Calvin Nat. He's better than Dolph. He's debatably better than Dolph. For most people, he's better than Rodman. Most people have more success with Draymond than Rodman. And in my opinion, he's as good as Jameson.
I gotta go A tier. If Dolph isn't A tier, I gotta go A tier with Draymond Green. And I think he is every bit of A tier. I mean, 86 free ball, 86 speed, 89 lateral quickness, good interior, can handle the ball really well. I gotta go A tier with the card. It's just that simple. Draymond Green, there's really not many flaws.
He's so good, man. Draymond's so good.
I ran Draymond Green in comp games for a while. Problem is, eventually LeBron, eventually Giannis, had to come to the squad. But Draymond Green,
they're better. Like, they're better players. Draymond's so brilliant.
Power forward position. We're about halfway through the list, probably.
Mobley B.
Evan Mobley up next. Mobley's really solid in my team. A B tier card. I mean,
yeah.
I don't want to compare him to boards.
Don't play him with the 5.
Different. Mobley's 7 feet tall. But if you are looking for a power forward, Mobley can play there. I mean, I played an Evan Mobley in which the guy put Mobley on my primary ball handler. It was interesting. It was weird, but it worked for him. So, I mean, that's the thing. It's like people do interesting things. They make some things work. And if you put Mobley on the opponent's ball handler, it is going to be tough. I mean, defensively, you get him picked out your pickpocket. He might be one of the top on-ball defenders in all of my team. The dude's really solid all the way around and really cheap. So, if you do need a cheap option, Evan Mobley might be him.
Yes, S.
Pink Diamond Giannis, S tier. Opal Giannis,
I'm not going to argue.
Hear me out.
I don't like either of them, but I'm not going to argue.
Who's the overall better card? Galaxy Opal Giannis. It's no question. Now, I'm going to go over some things that really bug me about the Galaxy Opal Giannis. Now, I just want you guys to listen and hear me out, okay? He's got a base of 15 badges. Can somebody tell me why we can't apply Hall of Fame Interceptor to him? Because that's a big badge. So we already can't apply Hall of Fame Interceptor to the card. We can't apply Limitless to the card. We can't apply Chef to the card. We can't apply Sniper to the card. So objectively, is he better than Pink Diamond Giannis?
No.
But hear me out, okay? With Pink Diamond Giannis, if you get this one right here.
If he's fully badged, Pink Diamond Giannis is better.
With the Hall of Fame, get those 10, 11, 12 Hall of Fame badges. You apply Limitless, apply Chef. You can make every debate that this Giannis is just as good as the Galaxy Opal Giannis.
I agree.
Because stat-wise, yes, the 3 ball goes up 7. But what else really matters? I mean, you look at the driving lane. Defensively, they're basically the same. Speed matters a little bit, but you give him a speed shoe. I mean, they're basically the same.
So we're halfway through and I'm fading. We're halfway through and I'm fading. This is not good.
I mean, handling the ball basically the same. Rebounding is a little bit better. Galaxy Opal Giannis is better. I'm not trying to sit here and say that, but I'm saying, like, I wish that you could apply the
badges up. I think badges up Pink Diamond's better, but
Glenn Davis is on this list because he is a free card, guys. Glenn Davis is terrible. Like, this card is not good in my team. Terrible might be an over-exaggeration. He only has 25 badges. He can shoot the ball decent enough release. I guess he probably is C tier, but he is not very good in my team. Jamal Mashburn, he's solid. He's a guard that, I mean, nobody's going to talk about Jamal Mashburn being good, but he is solid. I'm not going to hype him up and say anything more, but defensively, offensively, handling the ball, defending, he is solid enough in my team. Came out about a month and a half ago, and he is still B tier in today's game. James Worthy, a card I'm going to A tier with. Big game, James. A card that initially when he came out, I was like, okay, I can't use the card because of his release. But if you play with James Worthy, it's just a 3-and-D guy, which you should. He's one of the top 3-and-D guys there is in my team. Now, the problem is there's Giannis. The problem is there's Bron. If you like James Worthy up in that conversation, I'm not going to complain about it. I really do like Big Game James. The more I use him, the more I like him. And it's that simple. Jaren Jackson Jr.,
where'd he
it's
say?
a tough one here between B and A. I'm going to go at the top of B for Jaren Jackson.
Better than way better than A.
On next gen, I'm not super on him. On current gen, I am. I'd probably go A tier on current gen.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I agree.
But the thing is, he's just a complete card. Outside of that steal rating, Jaren does everything for you on the basketball court. Jump shot 109. If you are looking for a budget center and can't find one, Jaren Jackson Jr.
I'm sorry that I missed the last thing. I just saw it. Apparently, no, there is a 0% chance that Rafinha goes to West Ham. There's a 0% chance of that. Sorry about switching off for a few seconds because, Jesus, if we lose him, we're screwed.
Might be the guy for you. Still a card, especially on current gen, that I really do like. John Collins. Okay, we might have to separate B tier eventually. Is John Collins A tier? I have a hard time seeing how John Collins is A tier. I have a hard time seeing how this dude is better than Jerry Jackson Jr. I get his release might be a little bit better, and I agree with that. But outside of the release, John Collins is not that next tier good. Draymond Green, better than John Collins. James Worthy, better than John Collins. Heck, I'd even take a guy like Aaron Gordon probably over John Collins. Sticking a B tier with the card. Here we go with Josh Smith. I still think the Amethyst Josh Smith is a C tier level card. Now,
he's good. Josh Smith is fine.
If you do fully badge him out, still going to be good on the defense.
Diamond's A.
Decent enough speed.
Diamond's definitely
I'm not going over Josh Smith to tell you guys to pick him up. I'm going over to show you guys how good he was for his time. October 1st,
he was so
nearly 4
good
months
for his
ago,
time.
Josh Smith is still at C tier. That shows you all you need to know. No Diamond Josh.
John Collins is also not better. He's also not better than Boozer. Glenn B. Baby Davis should be D tier. John Collins is not better than Boozer. Mashburn is not better than Boozer. What are we doing here? The disrespect. The disrespect to Carlos Boozer.
Josh Smith, it's close between A and S. That is how good Josh Smith is.
Yeah, you can argue S.
Hall of Famers, we'd be going up. The problem is, still only an 81 3-ball. Can't get Limitless. Can't get Chef. I mean, that's really the problem with the card. If he could get Limitless, if he could get Chef, he might be going up. 99 in the speed, great interior perimeter defense. He's a guy I feel like, even if you do throw him at center, especially on current gen, I feel like he can compete at that center position. On next gen, might get, fried a little bit, but I really do like Josh Smith, and I think he can more than compete at the top of A.
Josh Smith could be S.
Opinion. Carmelo, I do think is underrated. I don't think he's underrated enough to be B tier. Now,
what?
I get it. You guys might not like the card.
What? Like, I won't ever use Karl Malone, but what? No, you're actually trying to say that this card is worse than Chris Webber. You're actually trying to say when you badge up this guy, he's worse than Chris Webber.
Whatever, man.
Not even badged up.
He's not.
No, he's maybe not Chris Webber, but he's. You know what? If Boozer's C tier, he's C tier. He should be B tier.
Terrible in my team. I mean, 83 ball, 80 speed, good player model. This Karl Malone's not good. Okay, the moment we get a
Karl Malone is good. Like, he's not good in competitive sense, but he's fine.
Good Karl Malone in my team, watch out. I'm just going to be the one to tell you guys first. Watch out for the good.
Like, look. I wouldn't even argue. If you brought Glenn Davis down a tier, I'm not even going to argue Karl Malone. If you put Glenn Davis down here, Glenn Davis is a scrub. Why the hell is he in the same tier as these guys?
Karl Malone card we get KG. It's a sad time in my team. The fact that I can't go to S tier with
no, he's not even close.
So sad.
He's not even close to S tier.
It really struck me when I played with the card last night in a Players Lounge tournament, and I struggled with KG. I mean, it just bugs me because I am in love with Kevin Garnett. I always have been. I always have been. Probably always will be. But it's just not his time anymore. I mean, it's just not. The card came out. I mean, a while ago. He was our season 2 reward.
And he's fine. Hard, he does his job. He's okay.
I'm getting choked up, man. Like I'm getting goosebumps because I love him so much.
Not even close.
Can't go any higher than A tier with my man KG. K Love, on the other hand, when we do get him evoed up, is solid enough in my team. Now, is Kevin Love solid enough when you evo him up to be A tier? No, he's not. He's solid enough to be B tier though. I mean, you give him a little better driving, like a decent enough speed. Still defensively not going to be great. Pretty similar to John Collins.
He's just not better than what? He's just not better than Boozer though, is he? He's genuinely just not better than Boozer.
That's a good comparison when you do get him evoed up. Kuz is another guy we're going with at B tier. I think Kuzma and Aaron Gordon are so similar. I mean, you look at it defensively, pretty similar. Offensively, pretty similar. Obviously, Kuz
shoots. Kuz is a better release. Gordon's better.
I can't go any higher. I do think he's B tier. I wish his speed was a little bit better. Give me Aaron Gordon over Kyle Kuzma though when it comes down to it. Let's get some of our rough cards in here, okay? Just gonna drag them all to D tier for now, and then we can talk about it. Covington, I'm gonna be going over the Amethyst one, right? Thaddeus Young, get down here, and let's get both. Honestly, let's just talk about these cards for a little bit, okay? Start with Lamar Odom, okay? Where does he belong in the lower tiers? That's the first question, okay? 83 ball, 83 speed. He's better than Antoine Jameson.
No, he's not.
I think Lamar Odom is.
No, he's not. He's got base 11. You can't forget these things. He's got base 11. He's a bum.
Let's do the comparison. Is he better than Jameson? Okay. Stat-wise, I think so.
He's got base 11.
I think so, but the problem is he's got one of the worst releases in the game. That's why I'm going to keep him at that D tier. That release is absolutely terrible. Larry Legend, I'm going to go to C tier.
See, I agree.
Larry Bird, I understand it, guys, is so slow, okay? 70 speed, I get it. That is slow. But he's going to shoot the ball really solid. If you do badge him up, which you can, going to be just that little bit better. I think a fully badged Larry is that C tier. Now, Covington, okay? When you do get the Covington we have in my team, here's what you do, okay? Evo him up, makes him a little bit better. 86, 3x86 speed, decent enough defensively. I love Robert Covington. I hope we get another one for 250K so I can run him. He's C tier as well. Thaddeus Young up next. Now, the question is Thaddeus Young B tier? That's the question. And honestly, if I'm dragging Kyle Kuzma to B tier, am I dragging Thaddeus Young? Let's just do the comparison quick, okay? Thaddeus Young does a lot of things better, but a lot of them are post moves. Kuzma's going to rebound the ball better. I think if I have Kuz in B tier, Thaddeus Young has to be B tier because...
No. How is he better than Boozer? How is Thaddeus Young is not better than Boozer? Thaddeus Young is not better than Robert Covington. Thaddeus Young is not better than Karl Malone. I have Thaddeus Young. I don't think he's that bad, but he is the most blatant C tier player. Like, there is no more obvious tier than putting him in C tier.
Pink Diamond Zion, guys, I am sorry. It's almost an unusable card because of his release. Like,
put him in the bottom tier.
Great, his release.
Second, but bottom tier.
Give me everybody at C tier over
awful.
Zion. Am I gassing it? Maybe, but this Zion card is literally dirt. Tom Chambers, a card I used on my No Money Spent. You guys might not remember, but is not good in my team. It's that simple. He's not good. He is definitely F tier. So let's get into it. Pink Diamond Larry Legend. Is he A tier or B tier? That's the question. I'm going B tier, and here's why. First things first.
I'm not gonna argue. We can't dunk.
It's not on quick. Is not super fast. Combine that, he's not fast in general. Can't really handle the ball too well. As far as a pure shooter, he's got a lot going for him. But I need a quicker release.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue.
King James.
S.
Look, you guys can debate a tree if you want to. King James is still S tier. I'm tired of hearing people say King James is outdated. I would go on.
He's not outdated, but I will say he's not that much better than Josh Smith.
We'll go out there and say King James might be a top 5 auctionable card in the game. That's how I
don't
am
agree.
on LeBron James. Somebody wanted to compare him to Anthony Davis, power forward position. I might prefer a LeBron, especially on next gen.
I mean, they all
LeBron James. Maybe some bias.
Look, Giannis, LeBron, Josh Smith, Anthony Davis, Andre Kurolenko. They all do the exact same thing, by the way. They're all corner defenders with half interceptor, except for I think AD doesn't have it. I think AD only has it on gold. They're all corner defenders who either have half interceptor or are really good at playing lanes, and who can hit corner 3-point shots and hit catch and shoot shots without creating. Like, the entire S tier are all literal, just they're different. They're reskins of the same card with slightly different attributes, slightly different badges, and slightly different animations to make them slightly different. So, like, you can literally argue. I would move Josh Smith up because then A tier is or S tier is literally just this reskin versions of the same card.
In there, but I'm okay with admitting that. Maurice Lucas, another S tier card.
No, Josh Smith's way better. Josh Smith's way better than Maurice Lucas.
Maurice Lucas is a little bit different.
I don't even argue.
He doesn't have that many badges, but he has all the defensive badges you could ask for.
I don't even argue if you just move Josh Smith up.
Give him, obviously, the coach, right, Monty Williams. He's going to make some things happen defensively. Obviously, I didn't get Maurice Lucas, so I can't use him. He's at the lower end of S tier. Honestly, guys, is he better than Josh Smith? That's what we got to ask ourselves.
Josh Smith needs S tier.
Gives you a lot more of those Hall of Fame defensive badges.
Yeah, Josh Smith gives you 20 extra goals.
To make the case Josh Smith's better than him, I'm not going to be the one to argue with you. Nicholas Batum, when he does get evoed up, becomes a really solid card in
B.
my
I agree.
Okay? Obviously, at the Diamond on tier list, we're talking about the Pink Diamond. He becomes really solid. Does he get into the A tier kind of conversation? I think he gets into the conversation. I'm going to put him at the top of the A tier, though. I don't think he's quite that next level good. Still lacks quite a bit with the slasher derby style. If he had shifty quick, it would probably be in that A tier.
B.
Obi Toppin, the next card here. I think
Obi was really
the
good.
Definition of B tier. B tier is like one of those tiers, guys, where you can use these cards and have success with them, but they're not necessarily cards I'd use in comp. Obi Toppin fits that category. I haven't used him a ton. I have him on my notes.
Yeah, Obi Toppin's good.
I do think he is very, very solid.
No question.
On my team, though.
Move Young down.
Pascal Siakam. Look, man.
S.
This one might surprise you guys. I am not that high on Pascal Siakam. Is he S tier? We're probably going to move him up there. And then
he's Josh Smith. They're just all these cards are freaking reskins of each other. They're all the same player. Like, both of them, bring both of them up to S. Like, it's literally preference based. The top 10 cards is listed, just preference.
I'm going to rank my S tier. I don't know what it is about Spicy P. Maybe it's the jump shot 75 on normal. Maybe it's the slasher dribble style. Maybe it's the, his player build is skinny. I don't know. I do not love Pascal Siakam.
Please.
I just don't. So I'm going to rank my S tier really quickly for you guys. So you guys can kind of get a feel for where I'm at as far as everything. I think AK is probably better than those guys. I mean, Giannis's are basically the same. But this is probably how I'd rank my S tier right now. I mean,
bring Josh Smith up there.
I think I'm more comfortable with Siakam and Maurice Lucas than Rodman, but it's just probably how I'd rank them. Big Paul Silas, still really solid in my team. And quite honestly, guys, he's just
A. No question, he's A.
A lot of you guys might not agree with me putting Paul Silas into
A tier. That's 100. That's on the money.
What I would encourage you guys to do is just look at his defensive stats and defensive badges. They are absolutely incredible. He has the Draymond base. This card is literally, for his time, was one of the best cards we've seen. Like, for his time in October 27th,
oh, he was
it
a
was
joke.
Absolutely ridiculous. The fact that 2K gave us Paul Silas. Rudy,
A.
It's here. I'm gonna put him at A tier, and here's why. Here's why I'm putting Rudy at A tier. If we're talking power forwards, I don't know. If we're talking power forwards, I can't put him that next level good. I want to, but I can't. Small forward, he's S tier. Power forward, he's A tier. I think it's quite honestly that simple. Maybe I need to reorganize this whole list. I'm going to go through and reorganize this because I have time to do so, first of all. And second of all, just because I don't love it. I don't love my list right now.
You move Boozer down.
Go down. Let's bring Karl Malone down. Honestly, bring a lot of these guys down, okay?
No. Fuck off, Boozer, teacher. You are comparing one of the best catch and shoot bigs in the game, who plays pretty good defense and has half rebound chasing rebounds and everything. You are comparing him to Lamar Odom, who has base 11 and can't do anything, and Antoine Jameson, who has like every stat in the 70s, and Zion Williamson, who is not only slow, who is not only weaker than, like, Boozer's stronger. Boozer is almost the same speed. Boozer can shoot. Boozer's Taller. Oh my god, that is blasphemy. Tell me you've never used Carlos Boozer without telling me you've never used Carlos Boozer in game. That is the only thing I can say. Like, that's the only way I can describe this. Tell me you've never used Carlos Boozer without telling me you've never used Carlos Boozer. Tell me you've never used Karl Malone without telling me you've never used Karl Malone. And what the hell is Robert Covington? Of all people, two-way Rocco, moving Rocco into a tier that he most definitely does not belong in.
Honestly, each and every Scalabrine can stay. Everybody else is going down.
Josh Smith in D tier. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Honestly, Scalabrine's going down. Scala's get.
What are we doing? Then just get Odom. Move Odom, Jameson, and Zion down to the bottom tier. And at that stage, I'm cool with Pettit. If you move all those down, I'm cool with Pettit in bottom tier.
People into C tier that I don't think are that next level good, okay? So what we're just going to do here, because, look, I do not like what I have going on, especially up there, okay? Bring Boris down. Obviously, if you get Boris, the duo becomes a lot better.
Move Mashburn down. Please move Mashburn down.
Stay, I guess. Let's see.
Why?
I like that a little bit more.
Why is Mashburn, of all people, to stay? Why are Anthony Davis and Chris Webber still in B tier? I'm sorry. They were good in September. Start of October. Why are they still in B tier? Oh, this tier just wasn't even that bad. This has gotten bad now.
Trying to think if there's anybody else I should bring down. AK is fine there.
These two. Oh my god.
Mashburn maybe bring down a tier because he is limited a little bit. Now, guys, we need to bring down from A tier. That's the next.
If you move Draymond Green down before you move Calvin Nat and Billy Cunningham down, I'm going to snap.
Question. I think it's tough. What I'm going to say is this. If I got to bring guys down, first guy I'm thinking is probably, well, Draymond. I'm going to just do that. I'm just going to do this. Draymond Green, Paul Silas. I guess got to go down, but I don't want to bring them down. I really don't.
You brought down Paul Silas and not Calvin Nat. Oh my god, what are we doing here? What are we doing? This actually looked okay. The tier list actually looked okay. What the hell is this monstrosity right now? We have got an entire tier of the exact same player up top. And then, for some reason, Josh Smith's just not there, which I don't even care about. And then we moved down. You've kept Billy Cunningham and Calvin Nat and got rid of Paul Silas. You kept Calvin Nat and got rid of Paul Silas.
I guess I like this just a little bit more, but still, Paul Silas and Draymond Green are at the top.
What are we doing?
I just want A tier to feel a little more, good in a
Calvin Nat's there.
If KG's at A tier, I mean, it's elite company. That's what
Calvin
I'm trying to
Nat's
say.
there.
Serge Ibaka. A lot of people wanted to compare Serge to KG or to
A.
I don't think he's quite as good as those guys, but I do think he's better than everybody at B tier, and so I am going to move Serge into that A tier. Sean Kemp, I'm personally not the biggest fan of Sean Kemp. If you're good with Sean Kemp, guys, you can do what you got to do.
Wait, did he move?
Serge here too, but
he moved.
He's just not very great anymore.
Yeah, he moved Thad Young down.
Again, with Serge, as I mentioned, I mean, what can the guard not do? Can defend at a high level, has great defensive badges, really good release. I'm a big fan of what Serge Ibaka brings to the table. Now, Terry Cummings. Let's just talk about Big Terry for a while, okay? Start with this.
The guy's B. The guy's B tier. Anywhere lower, and it's just no.
That's pretty solid, not great. Badges, pretty solid, not great because a lot of them are finishing.
Releases
Release-wise,
good.
jump shot 36 is okay.
It's terrible.
I mean, is Terry Cummings better than Sean Kemp? Yes. Is he
Yes.
B tier? Yes. Terry Cummings is not that next level good. You grind it for him, he's smooth. He's just not
B.
great in my team. Tim Duncan, a card I would definitely recommend you guys running at center. If you,
I'm sorry, how? For 99.9% of people, Paul Silas and Draymond are going to be better than Tim Duncan.
He is on the power forward tier list because that's his primary position. He's A tier. Pretty comparable to KG. Zach Randolph up next. And I don't even know what to think about this Zach Randolph card. I really don't. I mean, I haven't used it, so I can't really sit here and say too much. I just have a feeling that release is terrible. It lacks a lot of
It isn't good. But
Zach Randolph, a card I'm throwing into C tier. Could he maybe be B tier? Maybe, but right now, based on what I'm seeing,
You've never
used C tier.
At least, like he says, he's never used card. Wherever Zion is, Zebo's is better Zion. Wherever Zion is, Zebo's just needs to be one tier higher.
Certainly not least, we got Zion Williamson. I get it. His player model is good. I get it. But he's not good. Zion is not good. I don't see it. I'm going to throw him into B tier. But I don't see what y'all see.
What are we doing? You just put Zion Williamson in B tier. What are we doing, man? What are we doing here? My lord. My lord, this tier list is bad. Jesus. And I wanted an easy one. I wanted a nice and easy video where I didn't have to get angry. Where I would just cruise through, like the small forward one, and cruise through and be like, I agree with almost all these. I agree with almost everything. Like, I wish I wish I could just cruise. Especially in the state I'm in right now. There's nothing more I want to do than to just cruise and to just sit there and be like, you know what? Yeah, I agree. Just no speaking. While just thumbs up to the camera. That would have been perfect. But no, we had to go and see maybe the worst tier list I've ever seen. So yeah, that's the video. I actually don't disagree with a single card in S tier because they're all the same card. I don't agree with a single card. Don't disagree with a single card in S tier. If you move Jameson and Odom down, I would agree with the entire bottom tier, but everything else, Jesus Christ, it's rough. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.